Hi everyone, it's Marge and welcome back to my kitchen. I just thought I'd pop in here today during, depending on where you're living in the world, it's either your breakfast, lunch, and for all of our UK and European members, it would be dinner. So I was just getting ready for an upcoming vacation. Did my nails. Aren't these cute? Can you guess where I'm going? Yes, Disney World. Taking my daughter, her son, and two of my 4 grandchildren to Disney World. So put my jams on and trying to get things organized so that when the pet sitters come in, we can go right out. And one of the things that I am making to take with us is some, I call them mini frittatas. On the website you'll find the recipe called egg muffin cups. Easy breakfast egg muffin cups. So if you like to make them, you will find the recipe, and I'll link it below when this video broadcast is over. But since I was doing it, and you can't see because it's where you type, at least maybe you can, but I have this white bar that when you type in the comment section, I can see what you're typing and we can interact back and forth. But anyhow, I am making some egg muffin cups to take with us. Because where we're staying, while it has a kitchen, I'm on vacation, I really don't want to have to cook. So these are a super simple way. I'm going to throw them into a Ziploc bag and then freeze them. Take them with us to Florida and then just throw them in the refrigerator. And then when anybody wants one for breakfast, you just take it and pop it in the microwave. It's so simple and easy. It's a great thing. I like to do it every so often. Sometimes I just make a whole frittata and just cut it into pieces and do it that way. Today I'm actually making them into egg cups by using a muffin pan. I have sprayed this already with Pam. I have my oven on to 375 so that when we're done here I can pop them in the oven and they can cook. So what I did before I got on here to share this with you is I have my eggs in a bowl along with salt and pepper. This is kosher salt. I usually use kosher salt or sea salt in my cooking. Once in a while, Himalayan pink salt. But I guess I got away from regular table salt a long time ago. We just like the flavor this much better and it's better for you. And it's a lot saltier, actually. You use less. And then I grabbed this from over there on my little stand that I have my salt and pepper on. Italian Bread Dipping Seasonings by Dean Jacobs. It's in an adjustable grinder. I actually found this as I was going to the checkout in a local market. But I will look online, and if I can find a link for this, I will definitely link it for you below. It's just it's actually a bread dipping seasonings. So it's all the things that you would put in olive oil if you were taking your oopsie bread and using it to sop up the oil. So good stuff. So if I can find a link, I definitely will link it below for you. But I have mixed up my eggs and that. To that I'm adding my heavy whipping cream. We use heavy whipping cream because it has a lot less carbs. If you have something that calls for milk, like I put on a picture from Instagram earlier in the week that was sugar-free pudding with, I'm trying to think, sugar-free chocolate chips and pecans, I think somebody made. And I had linked that over from my Instagram account, which if you don't belong to, I do share things there that don't always get up on the Facebook page. So it's just at Marge Burkell. Is just my name, is without the middle one that you might see in the comment section. But someone asked, so what do you do? How are you getting the carbs so low? What do you do for something that calls for milk? And what I do is I water down the whipping cream. So it actually tastes better. It has a lot more fat. It's a lot lower in carbs. And it's a wonderful alternative for lots of things. So what I did before you came on is I grated some Swiss cheese, and I have that here in a bowl. I took some deli ham. It's the same deli ham that I used for our grilled ham and cheese sandwich. If you have not seen that yet, you're one of the few. There have been thousands and thousands of people that have been looking at that recipe this week. So it just went up Monday, and it's like thousands of people and everybody is commenting to me and emailing me and DMing me that, oh my God, it is so good. So it's what I use to make my grilled ham and cheese sandwich. Recipe at skinnyonlowcarb.com. That's our group website. So if you're looking for a recipe, that's where you want to start, because there are literally thousands of certified low-carb delicious recipes. They have all been vetted. You're not going to find something there that's going to throw you off track, because I have checked and double-checked every single one of them that's on there. So, and if you ever see something that you don't understand or you question, by all means, email me. There's a contact link right there, and I'm more than happy to help. So anyhow, I took that and I chopped some of that up. And then I have some, I like Kraft blue cheese. And yes, if you grate it, you don't have quite as many carbs as you do in here. But this is like really low in carb, like less than 1 1/4 cup. So it's very low. Well, the reason that you find there's a little bit more carbs in shredded cheese that's packaged is because they add like flour type stuff to it to keep it from separating, so that it doesn't clump up in the bag. You know how when you shred it yourself and it cuts into one big clump? Well, they don't want it to do that, so that's what they do. And I also grabbed out of the refrigerator some bacon crumbles. Now I get these at Costco, and they're real bacon, so they're really yummy. So Michael loves those. My dogs love it in their food. So anyhow, I'm going to make half of these into ham and Swiss, and the other half bacon and cheese. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and make this, my recipe that's on the website makes a dozen. So what I'm doing is I'm going to make 6 of each. Remember, I already put Pam, or the spray nonstick, whatever you're using. Or you can rub it with butter. You can use olive oil. Whatever you prefer is fine. So I'm just, the amount that I grated, I just guessed. And I just put it in here. And I'm going to do the same thing. I know this is like watching paint dry here, right? So anyhow, so what are you guys doing today? And I probably got too much ham. But that's okay. We can put some in with the bacon too. I saved a little so I could make a ham and cheese sandwich for lunch. Michael's off with a friend that has a medical appointment at the Portsmouth VA hospital. So he's riding with them because it's a couple-hour ride, and then they're going to go do something fun afterwards. I think they're going to a museum or something. So I did have a little extra. I'm just going to put it in the other cups because that way it'll just be ham, bacon, and cheese. So if you guys made these, what do you like to put in them? I'm not putting any veggies in today. You can very easily put veggies. You can put spinach. You can chop up onion. There's all sorts of things that you can put in these. You know, whatever you like in omelets. I could have put mushrooms. I could have used that. So anyhow, there's those. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put bacon. This is so much easier because it's already in crumbles. These things are delicious and easy. But you can very easily cook them up yourself and crumble them into here. And then the last thing I'm going to add is the cheese. And what's nice about making them is in the cups is you can individualize them. So if you have somebody that doesn't like bacon, you know, they're sacrilegious or something like that, you don't have to give them bacon, or, you know, if they don't eat ham, or if you want to add onions and they don't eat it, then you can eliminate it from there. So what I usually do then is, let's see here, I am going to put my eggs into this mixing measuring cup just because it makes it easier. I'm going to attempt to do this without making a holy mess. There we go. What do you know? I actually did it. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to pour them into the muffin cups. Once I do that, I'm going to pop them in the oven. Easy. When they come out, I'm going to put them to cool. Once they're cooled, I'm going to put them in a single layer in a Ziploc bag, stick them in the freezer, let them freeze, and they're all set to go. That way I can pull them out individually. They're not stuck together. And we can have a really easy breakfast when we're staying at Disney World. So, or you can, as you're running out the door, actually if you take one out in the morning, by the time you get to work, more times than not, they're already thawed. You can eat them like that, or you can pop them in the microwave. Hi, Sharma. How are you today? They are great. It is a good travel idea. She's saying, if you want to, you can read it below. Is there any way to control playback features on the video? Needed to pause for a minute, but wasn't able to. Am I missing it? No, because right now I'm live. But when I'm done here, it will be on the wall, so then it works like a regular video, and yes, you can pause it and go back and forth. So you can go back and you can catch anything that you missed. This does make for something really easy because we're traveling with, now my daughter tries to eat low carb, her husband not so much, and of course the children are going to be, while we're celebrating their birthdays while we're there, they're going to be 5 and 8. And they want Mickey waffles and all that kind of good stuff. And because where we're staying has a kitchen, we almost always eat. I think there's only one time we're down there that we're going to actually eat dinner out. Or breakfast. So we could eat these for dinner too. But we're only one time we're going to eat breakfast out. The rest of the time we'll just do it in the room. It just saves a lot of money, and we can eat what we want, and we can, you know, move at our own pace without having to rush for a reservation. So we save that for, you know, dinners and whatever. We are going to one that's actually later in the morning. It's kind of like on the cusp of breakfast turning to brunch. So we won't eat breakfast that morning. We'll wait for that. And oh, and the morning that, just remember, the morning that Nana and Poppy gave the kids a present to celebrate their birthdays of going off on the pirate ship all by themselves, like big pirates. That sails off of the Grand Floridian, and we've never eaten breakfast in their cafe. So that just sounded like a fun thing for us to do, and it would be less rush. So got my nails on. Now I'm going to get these finished, and that's one more thing I can check off my list. I'm a list maker. I chalk it up to my ADD. Make a list and cross it off. When I was running my errands yesterday, I had a list of everything, every place I needed to go, in the order that I was stopping, and what I needed to do in each. And as I come out to the car, it felt so good. Cross it off, cross it off. Does anybody else do that, or is it just me? Anyhow, that's it for now. Anybody has questions, leave them in the comment below. And I just love spending some time with you. I'm going to try to do some live feeds from Disney World. Maybe we could find some place to do dips. We can do dips. We can do dips. We can do dips. Are you guys doing them? Oh, that was my legs. All right, up. Up. Are you doing them? Are you doing your dips? Are you doing your squats? You're a total list maker too, Sharma? Yeah, me. I have to. I just have to. Otherwise, I have. You know, I get home from the grocery store, and as I'm driving home, I remember half the stuff that I forgot to get. So sometimes that's okay, and sometimes it's not so good. So anyhow, I'm going to let you go. Hope you're having a great day, having a wonderful week, that you made it to Friday. Tomorrow's the weekend. What are you making for the weekend? What's your plans? Make sure to always watch for what's on your plate so you can let us know your menus. You can share your pictures, your recipes. We love hearing what you're eating because it gives us all ideas. So it's all good. It's all good. And I am so happy to be here with you. And like I said, I'm going to try to pop in even from Disney World. So this is Marge saying ciao for now. See you back in the group.